Okay, here we go at 3209 Canterbury. Neighborhood's great. Really nice neighborhood. This particular house is definitely mid-century modern. Just another view here of the neighborhood. Alright, so I'm always the guy that points out the negatives. And you guys do whatever you want with it. This roof is a low pitch. It looks like it's newer, but they shingled it. I don't know that I would have done that for this kind of a roof. It might be a 312 pitch. This is the pitch here. And 312 seems pretty shallow to do shingle roofs. I'm not sure what the code is. It might be okay. I'm within code. Not 100% positive. Okay, walking down. These steps are pretty worn, but they're fine. You can see there's a little damage right there, and all this siding is in the dirt. It's not a problem there because that's all concrete. That's no big deal, but this is all wood. Now these panels are pretty easy to replace. You're probably looking at 40 bucks a sheet in material. Maybe 40 bucks a sheet in labor, but that needs to be done. This is a 2-car garage, but the way the driveway is set up, you've got this fenced area that kind of sticks out in front of the door, so really you're never going to get more than 1 car in there. This is where they hide all their garbage cans before they take them out to the street. Alright, let's go inside. Actually, I'm going to walk this front portion first, and then we'll go inside. More stuff in the ground, but that's all concrete, so no big deal. You've got some original single pane windows, which they're very clear. They let in a lot of light. These ones are all frosted, and actually that one has a bullet hole or something in it, like a BB gun hole. You're probably looking at a few $100 a window to change them out if you want to. Again, we got some wood in contact with the side, contact with the dirt. For the most part, though, exterior's in pretty good shape. They added a board there. Looks like that's new fascia board. Huh. They never painted it. That need to be painted. Okay. Now we'll go inside. Okay, so it's a cool space. It's very interesting. I mean, that's glass right there. These are real wood. Stair, and then it's real wood floors, hardwood. This room's pretty interesting. Got some exposed beams, and then a couple of patio doors hanging out. It's a wood burning fireplace. Okay, so this area is cool. Going out here on the deck, you've basically got plywood down, and then it looks like they did like a deck paint over top of that. So that's supposed to take all the water and direct it down out here. And then that drip edge is supposed to just drip. And it looks like it's in good shape. I don't see any damage around the bottom. Yeah. This deck is more of a normal style deck where the water just drains through, and there's a lot of deck. That was dry rot repair. They never painted over yet. There's probably going to be a lot of that kind of stuff on this house. Yeah. They're fine. They should have scraped a little bit better. Again, I'm the negative guy, so everything I do is comment on the negative. From this deck, that's the view out. Lots of trees around. Okay. Head down here too. Yeah, this side got some weather. And they could have scraped a little better. Looks like they filled some stuff and then they repainted. Yeah, I'm not sure. Shane's a better guy to comment on that. The inspector would be. This is a view from top of the yard. Little patio. You can see there's a retaining wall and a fence back in here falling over. That's a neighbor's property, so I'm not sure. That'd be a neighbor issue. We can talk to the sellers about that. Yeah, you know, and some of those deck boards may need to be changed. I can see way down there. It's hard to see from this high up, but down there along those edges, looks like the boards are beginning to rot out. And then they just decided to paint over it versus replace it. All right, going back in. Got dining area and kitchen. This is all real brick, just painted, looks nice. Some cabinets there. And they did stone counters. It looked nice. Kitchen remodel looks great. This floor, I'm not sure what it is. They're definitely tiles, and I think they're vinyl that stick down. But it looks nice. I don't really mind it. Doesn't feel super high end, but doesn't feel super chintzy either. Yeah, but they did a nice kitchen remodel here. They did. It's a little tight here, and you've got switches here. So these switches that control that light there, that one there, that one is controlled by another switch right there. So you don't need to get to this one, but then this one controls a hall light, and it might also be on another switch. But once your fridge is here, you'll have to reach around the fridge to get those. And this opening, I should measure it. I'll measure it before I go. Okay. Moving on, hallway here. You can see these windows I talked about. You can see there's the hole in one of them. Linen closet. And then this door right here is really the beginning of a master suite. So you've got this vanity here with these big mirrors. And then here's the master bathroom. It's a real tile floor. This is older here, the vanity. And then you've got a tub. Looks like it's a steel tub, and then you have a tiled shower that's separate. And some wallpaper. The bedroom, it's a good size. Vinyl windows are in here. They've replaced the windows in this room. But it's a pretty good sized room. Looks like they stopped the refinishing right there. And then brand new carpet in this room. This is a walk-in closet. The other two bedrooms are going to be downstairs. The entryway is pretty cool. Brand new carpets here. We're all on cement slab down here, so everything's glued to the floor. We got a gas fireplace there. This is just trim that's been painted that they did on the whole wall. Looks nice. Looks mid-century modern. Got a closet back here. And then out here is our garage. There is an opener on it. We've got some storage, and then we've got the furnace, which it is a gas furnace. I can't tell how old it is. If I had to guess, it's probably from the 90s. And then here's your electrical panel. It is a Pushmatic. I couldn't figure out how many amps this thing has. And so, you know, one thing to check on is if it's got less than 200 amps, it may be hard to add things like a hot tub or, you know, anything else you might want to do that would take a lot of electrical load. And I think most of the wiring in the house is 2-wire. I'm not 100% certain. All that means is most of the outlets are not grounded. There are cheap fixes for that, and it doesn't look like there's any knob and tube, but I'll check that before I leave. And then I wanted to also talk about the light switches. In the 50s, there was this thing called low voltage lighting. And here in the laundry room, there's a panel right here. Behind this, all the lights come back to this control panel here and go through low voltage wires to all the switches and lights. And it was a thing in the 50s because they thought it would save electricity, I guess, or make it safer. I'm not 100% sure, but they don't do it anymore. And if you need to get parts, it can be expensive. So just letting you know. Water heater looks new. All these cabinets have been painted. Some of them are still kind of painted shut, but they can be opened. Bedroom. This one's a small one. It's probably an 8 by 10, maybe. This one's maybe a 9 by 10. And then our bathroom down here is still retro. The floor is new, but and the surround there on the shower is pretty neutral, but that's a bit retro. The toilet in here is new, and then a cabinet they put in. So that's the downstairs. We'll go outside now to the backyard. This is a deck underneath the deck. Looks like it does shed water away, hopefully. Hopefully. I would have done it a slightly different way to make sure it did that, but you can see the siding is a little bit tired on this side all the way around, and it's pretty close here to the ground. Might want to get that dug out a little bit, and you can see some of those bottom pieces are in bore shape. This is the deck rod I was talking about, and some of the boards we didn't replace. Just an overall look. It's a cool yard. It's pretty interesting. Neighbor over there, but yeah, it'd be interesting to find out what's going on here with the fence falling down. And looks like it's going to be somewhat hard to rebuild here. Anything can be done, but okay, well there you have it. I mean, overall the house looks like it's in pretty decent shape. There's some repairs. One other thing I mentioned, or I noticed, was looks like all the plumbing is probably still steel galvanized supply plumbing, which you can have issues with. So yeah, anyways, the remodel looks pretty good, what they did for the most part, but it's a 50s house, and with 50s houses come old house problems sometimes. So there you have it.